You could challenge someone to go on a roller coaster that does a loop-de-loop. Or you could challenge someone's viewpoint. You could also challenge one to a wrestling match. My name is Paul Pasolka, Ivy Masters Learning Center and IvyMasters.com, and today we're going to look at Test 3, Section 1, number 22, which reads, as used in line 7, challenged most nearly means. So, how do you approach this type of question? One thing is, you could read the context, think of your own word that would fit the context, or it might be words that fit the context. You want to ignore any meaning of the word that you're familiar with, because what the College Board loves to do is they love to put a common word on there, but put the correct answer, some meaning you're unfamiliar with. So forget any meaning of the word you're familiar with, get it 100% based on context. You could also put each answer choice in place of the original word, and sometimes there's a synonym before or after that will help you out. Lastly, sometimes you can work backwards from the answer choice and say, hey, when does challenged mean this, that, or the other, and is it used the same way in this context? Let's look at line 7. In that area, we read, they jumped up like popcorn, he said, describing how they would flap their half-formed wings and take short hops in the air. And he's talking about here young pheasants, quail, tinamous, and other ground birds. So when a group of graduate students challenged him to come up with new data on the age-old ground-up, tree-down debate, he designed a project to see what clues might lie in how baby game birds learn to fly. So we've got his graduate students challenging him to come up with new data, to possibly get some insight on these two competing theories. So would you say his graduate students dared him? Honestly, don't love the answer choice, but it's not terrible. We'll keep it. His graduate students didn't require him. He is the teacher. Graduate students can't require him to do anything. He would require them to do something. They're not disputing with him because they're not saying, hey, the tree down theory is right and you got to prove the ground up, or vice versa. So they're not fighting with him or disputing or arguing with him. And they're not competing with him. They're not saying, hey, we're going to try to figure out some new data on this issue, and you try to figure out some data on this issue too. So I know that dared is, maybe it's a little informal, maybe it doesn't fit the context as best as you might like it, because they're like, hey, I dare you to figure out like this theory, but it is our best fit here. You're most likely to get this answer based on process of elimination. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has trouble with vocabulary and context questions. If there's any question you'd like to answer from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. And click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Have a great day.